Yeah, live.
Happy Sabbath, everyone. I hope you're all well. It is Sofa Songs number 10. I can't believe it. It's come around so quickly. And our actual sessions have been once a month for the past few months rather than 2 per month. So we've been dragging it out a little bit, but we finally got around to Sofa Songs 10. And today we've got Vadé with us, and I'll be admitting them into our space in just a little while. I'm just going to pray first, and then we can jump right into it. Let's bow our heads and pray. Heavenly Father, we're so grateful that we get to spend Sabbath in your presence, but also listening to amazing music and getting to chat with awesome artists who are doing wonderful things for you and for your kingdom. God, we just pray special blessing on every viewer's home, and we pray that they'll be able to be blessed and that you will just be with them and lift their spirits, Father, with this session. These things we ask and pray in Jesus' name, amen. All right, let me admit in our, I'll just admit everyone, I think. The gang. We've got Nicole / Jermaine. Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Come on.
Hey.
Video's on.
Hey.
Hey Nicole, how's it going? Looking great.
Nicole
Hey,
is
guys.
amazing, isn't it?
Hey Mel.
Hey Joey. Hey Phil. Hey Roy. Hey
Hey.
JJ. He's still connecting, I think.
Okay.
Let's shut that door, shall we?
Welcome. I'll let you guys do introductions, and I'll just say who I can see first. So what I'd like to know is your name, where you're currently based, what you do on the normal day-to-day in lockdown life, and how long you've been with Vadé. Are you like an OG or are you a newbie? So 4 questions. And we'll start with Jermaine.
All right, mate. I'm Jermaine. I'm Jermaine, first tenor of Vadé, from Wolverhampton originally, but I'm currently in Reading. I think I'm an OG, even though I was selected last minute for the group. But yeah, I've been with the group since pretty much since the beginning. It's been It's been about 6-7 years now, is it?
8 years, bro, going 9.
Wow.
Or 7 going 8.
Yeah.
Mad, yeah. So yeah, OG, and I'm the oldest, so
Excellent.
it's one of them, yeah.
And what do you do on the 9 to 5?
9 to 5. I work in construction as well as, doing music on the side. So
Wonderful.
yeah, I work alongside a crane on the building site, so I keep myself busy. But for the past few weeks, I've been off because I hurt my foot on site. So
oh, no. I'm sorry.
just been chilling.
Nice. Well, your voice isn't affected by your foot, so hopefully you've been doing some good things in the background.
Oh, he has. He definitely has.
Let me jump to you, Phil.
Hey everyone, my name is Phil. I sing the second tenor. I'm based in Bracknell, that's down south. What else is special about me? I am an OG. I am the original. I'm an OG. Yeah.
Founder extraordinaire.
Wow.
I'm the founder. Yeah.
Amazing. And how do you spend your 9 to 5?
I'm the only member of Vadé that does music full time, but I do dabble in care work. So I'm there and back whenever I can, whenever an agency is ready and good for me to go in there. But I'm the one that's full time in the group.
Brilliant, thank you. Joey, you can go next.
Me, I'll go next. Okay, so I'm Joseph. I am the baritone. I've been in Vadé 5 years, one of them.
6 years, bro.
6 years even. There you go. It's 2021 now, isn't it? Right. Yeah, 6 years. On a regular day-to-day, I'm a designer, an AV designer. So basically just integrating technology into your house to create like smart homes sort of thing.
Nice.
So yeah, that's what I do on a regular.
Thank you. Roy, you're up next.
Hey, well, you've introduced me now, so well, I'm Roy. I'm the third tenor of the group. I've been in from the start. It was 2013. Gosh, guys, it's a long time. But yeah, 9 to 5. I am a healthcare worker, but I'm also studying nursing. So yeah, that's what I do in my spare time.
Trying to get on the front line.
Proper. We need it.
Excellent. Yeah, we'll clap for you each Thursday, just for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
Amazing. Over to another frontline worker, JJ. Want to do your intro?
Yeah, hello. Hiya. My name is JJ. I'm the bass for Vadé, and I live in Wales, Cardiff. I also work as a Band-Aid locum pharmacist at the Grange University Hospital, sorry. And yeah, that's about it.
Nice.
I'm currently at my nephew's 5-year birthday. So if you hear noise randomly, then
Small children.
I've not stolen kids. I've not.
So glad. Put that disclaimer out there now. JJ has not
just
stolen
the
the
disclaimer
children.
now. Yeah, I've not got any kids either. So yeah.
Good to know. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for that. I wonder if any of the OGs are willing to tell us, for our viewers who are unfamiliar with Vadé and kind of your roots and kind of how this amazing thing was birthed. How did it all start?
Okay, I guess it's me.
Go on, Kwaku. Go on, Kwaku. We're waiting for you, mate.
JJ tells the story a lot better than me, but I'll give it a shot. So, it was 2011. I've been traveling around with one of my mentors, Tochi, and singing places with him. Shout out to Tochi, an amazing mentor, amazing brother. And I wanted to start this new group. I had obviously previously been in another group called For Christ, Roy's favorite group. So yeah, and you know, I said I wanted to so I wanted like to
For Christ. Is that how you wrote it down?
What connected your favorite group?
Roy's favorite group. Yeah.
Oh, we'll tell you a little story.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So I was like, you know what, it's time to start something new. And obviously everyone knew me for being like Take Six. So I wanted to create a something similar to Take Six sound, close harmony. But I didn't want it to be like Take Six at the time. I wanted it to be at least, you know, probably 5-part harmony. You know what I mean? I didn't want to go 6-part. So I was like, you know what, let's do something different. And more importantly, I wanted to create a group that was based on excellence. Do you know what I mean? And being the best at what we do. And obviously, ultimately, giving God the glory of us, we do that, whatever we do. Mm-hmm. But more importantly was doing it to the best of our ability. And for me, obviously, growing up in England, hearing Take Six, not many groups or not many people were doing it like them. So obviously, I'm someone that's always constantly trying to seek knowledge. So I'm always asking questions, you know, how do you do it and things like that. And people were telling me, this is what you need to do, this is how you need to do it, and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, towards the end of 2011, going into 2012, I met JJ. And I told him this is what I wanted to do. And I had my eye on him. Lo and behold, he had his eye on me. You know what I mean? And he said he wanted to create a group.
A beautiful bromance.
Yes, of course, professionally, of course, yes. If you took it any other way, you lot are bad. Yeah. So so he had his eye on me to do whatever he wanted to do, and I had the same. So I told him the vision, and he said, wait for me for a year whilst I finish my degree. And whilst, you know, I said, no problem. You know, you can do that. I'm gonna go get the members. By the time you're finished, we'll be ready. Nice. So in between that time, every single member came along, including our previous baritone, Samuel Aqua.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then that's how it was. How did the name come? Just kind of as a tag question. Maybe someone else can answer that. Yeah,
that's Roy. Roy Crispin will answer that.
Over to you, Roy.
We all point at each other. So I think when we came together, so as Phil just explained, like when we all came together, like, you know, Phil was like, you know, I have, you know, big vision, a big dream for this group, and, you know, we obviously don't want to we not only just want to sort of sing and you know, and present our talent in church, but we also want to sort of go beyond the realms of church, if that makes sense. And at the time I thought, okay, you know, this is where the whole For Christ story comes in and why the guys always laugh. So like, obviously big up to those groups, big up Phil. And, you know, obviously back in the day we had Blessed Voices, you had 3D with Emmanuel and his sisters, you know, all the big groups. So I always thought, like, if we're going to take this outside of church, we need a name that's, you know, not going to sort of pigeonhole us to be just like a Christian group, but we needed a name that obviously represented who we are, what our vision is, and also a name obviously that people would ask, like, oh, Vadé, what does Vadé mean? And I mean, you get it all the time. People always ask, and you know, Vadé's like to wave, to go. And our mission statement was to go out there and, you know, use our talent, you know, in the best way we can, but also to bring people to God, if that makes sense. So that's how the name Vadé came up. Needless to say, when I put it in the group, everyone was just looking at me strange, like, whoa, what kind of name is this, you know? But I think, yeah, as time went by, the name kind of stuck. And then, you know, obviously when we then started singing, you know, people started catching on to the name, and, you know, it had a nice ring to it.
It does.
Yeah, that's how the name Vadé came, yeah.
I remember we were on the stairs.
Even over on Causes of Aid. It's just
no.
It's one of them things, isn't it?
You've got the accent on the end.
Everyone forgets the accent, yeah.
Anyone cultured should say Vadé, you know?
That's right. We need that cultured.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
All right, guys, we're going to jump to your first song, which is Chariot. Can you tell me about the song and also who arranged it, how that comes to be?
Okay, so that one was actually arranged by Sam Robson. Am I correct, fellas?
Yeah.
Yes, that one was done by Sam Robson. I remember we were in I don't think we recorded in Abbey Road. Did we record this in Abbey Road, or was this one recorded in?
This was Abbey. Abbey Road.
Yeah, we did everything in Abbey Road, I think.
Okay.
Now I think we did like the rest of the songs in Rack Studios or something like that.
No, this was definitely Abbey Road. I remember that. It was Abbey Road.
Yeah. Okay. So I was sick for the majority of the time, so I don't remember. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know what Phil was eating. He was just sick the whole time he was recording.
I was sick, guys. JJ was my doctor that entire time. Yeah.
With the drugs.
It was crazy. It was great. Bless him, JJ, man. He was scared out of his wits, I'm telling you.
Yeah, legal drugs.
Yeah. But yeah, so this one was done by Sam Robson. And it had to be arranged quickly for us to be able to record it quickly, because we literally just came from the show, and we needed the song done quickly. So I think it was being done whilst we were recording all the other songs. So yeah, we literally had a week to get everything done.
Okay,
so yeah,
amazing. All right, I'm gonna pop you guys away, and then we'll come back after the video. Thanks, guys.
Oh.
Giddy up, all of these flowers for this friend of ours. It's such a shame. All of these people and all of them equally feel the same. There's solace in weeping. It looks like he's sleeping. The children say, oh, they say he was ready. I hope he was ready. Is the prayer I pray. When Gabriel begins to blow, victory shall be mine. When the horses get ready to go, angels won't leave me behind. Got to be ready when the chariot comes. Got to be ready when the chariot comes. Over the prairie, the pallbearers carry and lay into rest. Satan's a cheater, but Christ is the teacher, and life's the test. Oh Lord, take me higher. I never laid fire time is drawn near. When Gabriel begins to blow, victory shall be mine. When the horses get ready to go, angels won't leave me behind. Got to be ready when the chariot comes. As I lay me down to sleep, I pray my soul you'll keep. If I die before I wake, I pray my soul you'll take. 'Cause I gotta be ready when Jesus comes. When the chariot comes. When the chariot comes.
Guys, that was great. Thanks so much. Let me get you guys back in. Please do unmute yourselves and join again.
Yay!
Yay.
That one was a fun one to record, you know.
Praise
Yeah.
God.
You know.
It was
Jam, do
so-
you remember that last bit?
Oh.
Yeah, that was a. Oh wait there.
That was-
Where's my video gone?
Come on, get back.
Fuck the video.
Come back, Joey.
Oh, I'm trying.
There we
I'm
go.
trying.
Back.
There we are. Yeah.
Oh.
Say again, Phil. What did he say?
I was saying, do you remember that last bit? Come.
Was I struggling that day on recording? Yeah,
You were.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that the recording
it's
that
like-
album was a madness, Melissa. Because
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, so I know you guys went into the studio, but tell us, Jermaine, how did you guys get to Abbey Road? For those that don't know, how big of a deal is Abbey Road and what came out of that?
well, so we had a good run on a show called Sky One Ultimate Acapella. They'll sing Ultimate Acapella, and it was like a competition between multiple acapella groups from around the country. So I was fortunate and blessed to win that. And the prize of that was to record an album and release an album and record it through Abbey Road Studios. So yeah, that's how we came to be at Abbey Road. And then that was just a mind-blowing experience. But because of the time was mad, like we only had a short time to arrange and record and learn multiple
week.
songs for this album. It was hectic. Hectic. Like we've never experienced this before. So it was a good experience, but it was fun to, you know, be with all these top producers and editors and stuff like that and work with them. But yeah, overall great experience, man. But it was very, very like hard work.
Intense, it sounds like it. But with Phil's vision of excellence, I guess it's the right place for you guys to be working towards. I wanted to ask, like, in light of that, how would you describe your musical genre and also your vision? I guess it's a difficult time to talk about vision right now when things are really uncertain, but what is kind of the vision for Vadé?
Wonder Vision. Go on, Jay.
Not one division.
Oh, he's gone.
Jay,
He's gone. Go on, Joe.
I'm here. Sorry.
have
I
the
was trying to
children
look-
stolen you?
Yeah. I was getting distracted by children. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, I'm back now. Yeah. The goal for us is really to be recognized as artists in the field of things that we do. Like Phil said, it's about excellence and striving for excellence in our genre. Acapella itself is a very niche genre, and even so much more niche in Europe and England or UK as a whole. And so it was actually an eye-opening experience when we competed on the TV show, because we didn't even know that there were that many a cappella groups in the UK to start with. But for what we do as a group, we bring something different in terms of a standard a cappella group that would be seen nowadays. Most standard a cappella groups, especially Europe-based groups, are quite collegiate in nature and have a very jazz kind of sound and background, whereas ours is more sort of new age material, new modern, quite soulful, and Christian, and so it brings a different edge.
Don't say new age, mate.
Even more about that, AJ.
New world order. No, I'm joking. But you know what I mean, just a new experience, I guess, when it comes to the field of a cappella. And because we're 5 young Black guys, there's a lot of challenges that just comes just from that presentation alone. And our goal ultimately is to be recognized as recording artists in the main aspect of things when it comes to the music industry. And we have we have one foot in the door with our brother Phil being part of the Grammy Recording Academy.
Come on.
And so that definitely helps us and puts us in touch with a lot of people where we can then present our music for nomination and award-winning capability. So that's
so
our,
I could just
our
name
goal,
drop
part
Phil
of our goals.
and doors open.
Just we just record a single and then just put Phil. Just say Phil.
Yeah, Phil's the celeb.
Proper celeb.
Don't listen to them, Melissa. Guys, don't listen to them. Them lot, they love to gas, so don't.
Yeah, but we see you doing great things, Phil. It's great. You can tell us a bit more in a little while. I wanted to know a little bit about how the past year has been for you guys as a group. Like, I know it's been difficult already, just balancing the work commitments. Obviously, you guys got to put bread on the table and at the same time chase your vision and your dream. That would be a lot easier if there wasn't a pandemic happening. So how has it been for you? Has it been very different to what you'd expected? Like, where had you intended on going if things had turned out as planned for 2020 and 2021? How is it going? Jerry?
Shall I answer this one, yeah?
Yeah,
no, it's been interesting. I think obviously, I think for everybody, the past year and a half was such a huge curveball. Obviously, we had so many plans. A lot of those plans included going abroad for a very long period of time, and that just got shut down as soon as Corona dropped. That was it. We weren't going. So there was that sort of plan that we had. We got some new music we were meant to be bringing out, and because of the way things were, it probably wasn't a good idea to bring it out at that point if we wanted our music to go where we wanted it to go. So it was just literally just like a recalibration thing, really. And I think so we just decided we're still going to drop our little cut videos here and there. We're still trying to find active on social media, just keep putting things out and see how things do, just so we can kind of create a platform to kind of show the world what we want to do and show people our message and what we're about, and that sort of thing. So it's been interesting on that front. Obviously, it's been really hard because we haven't seen the guys for almost about a year now. Haven't hung out with each other.
Really?
Not obviously because obviously with the guidelines that are in place and the fact that so many of us are involved in frontline work or we're around people who are high risk, it's probably the best idea not to kind of meet. So there's that thing. And obviously, with us as a group, one thing that some people don't know about us is that obviously that we live far apart, and for a long period of time, we would meet at the weekends to rehearse. That's the only time we could do it. So it'd be over Sabbath, over Sunday. That's when we'd rehearse. So it'd be like 10-hour blocks. We'd be rehearsing, trying to cultivate that level of excellence. So in turn, we generally just became our own church. You know what I mean? So we spent time with each other, just fellowship and stuff like that, and just not being around the guys in that sense. I guess it's been really hard. I mean, generally, obviously, not being at churches, it's such a huge change. But I think just not being around the guys for those reasons and doing things that we usually do has been quite hard. So, yeah.
Oh, I miss you. I miss you.
Right, mate.
Don't miss you at all.
Ricky.
Always one.
It's always one.
There's always one. All right, guys, we're going to jump to Swing and then Riverside. Roy, tell us about these songs, Swing and Riverside. You were part of it, so you shouldn't be too stuck.
Going way back.
Put it proper going way back. Who arranged this one then? Simon Atkinson, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Simon Atkinson. Swing Low was arranged by Simon Atkinson, who's part of a group called Accent. I'm not sure if many people have heard about them. But yeah, this, again, with the album, we obviously did quite a few secular songs. And with songs like Chariot and Swing Low, we obviously still wanted that kind of Christian element to our album, you know what I mean? So that people knew, obviously, what we represent and stand for. So this is a very jazzy take on Swing Low. So hopefully people can follow and hopefully people enjoy. And then Riverside was one of our first videos, wasn't it?
Very first.
Yeah, very
way
first
back.
Multi-track videos that we did, like when we started out. And I think that song was arranged by James Rose, who's also part of the group Accent. So yeah, we're throwing it way back here, Melissa. Way back.
That song challenged us. Like we was at a certain level of singing and how we arranged and that. But
Maturity,
but when Riverside came along and stuff, we just kind of stepped it up a notch in the way we sing and stuff. And you'll hear, if you follow our journey and through the songs over the years,
transitions,
you'll see how we've just like challenged ourselves more and more and more. And Riverside was the first time we like battered ourselves in challenging our a cappella, the way we see that we're arranging.
Yeah, some of us still had hair.
Wow. Without that said, we'll proceed. If you guys have yourselves on mute and turn off your videos, we'll jump to those two songs and then come back in a minute. All right? See you in a sec.
Swing, 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 low, sweet chariot coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot coming up for to carry me home. Whoa! I looked over Jordan and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Swing, 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 swing low, sweet chariot coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot coming for to carry me home. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down, yeah. Coming for to carry me home. Whoa, but my soul still feels heaven bound, yeah. Coming for to carry me home. Swing, da-doo-doo, swing, whoa, da-da, swing low. Swing low, swing low, swing low, swing low, sweet chariot. Swing low, swing low, swing low, swing low, swing low, sweet chariot, sweet chariot, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Coming for to carry me home. Coming for to carry me home. I'm gonna study, wanna know more. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Oh Lord, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. I ain't gonna study one no more. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Oh, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. I ain't gonna study one no more. I ain't gonna study one no more. I'm gonna study one no more. Study one no more. I ain't gonna study one no more. I'm gonna study one no more. Study one no more. Oh, put on my long white robe down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna put on my long white robe down by the riverside. I ain't gonna study war no more. I'm gonna shake hands around the world down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna shake hands around the world down by the riverside. And I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I'm gonna study war no more. Study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I'm gonna study war no more. Study war no more. I ain't gonna 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 study war no more. Gonna shake hands around the world. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more.
Oh, yes, I do see the change in your appearance a little bit. Let me get you guys back in here. Jermaine's got teeny weeny locks.
Phil's Marga.
Roy look like Frank Sinatra.
Phil
was
was
I
was Marga, you know, and I only had this. I never had any of this.
Now you're connected.
Yeah, I'm connected now, baby. You know what I'm saying, baby?
Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Out here, baby.
Hallelujah.
Come on down, say to God. Yeah.
That was great, guys. I do see kind of what you're saying about just a change in your confidence as well. Like you can see that you guys you've learnt your parts, but you're very conscious that you've learnt your parts. And you're like, I'm going to deliver these harmonies. You hear that? But yeah, it's great. Well, anyway, I wanted to ask, as a group of men, you know, as Black men who have faced what you faced in the last year, have the challenges that you have, I wanted to ask about your general mental well-being and how you guys have coped during the lockdown. It's been a struggle for a lot of people with the bereavements, just with the being in isolation, like Joey mentioned earlier, just not seeing the guys and the people that you're closest to when it comes to musically. How have you kept going, both as Black men, as Christians, as just a group of guys who are friends as vocalists. How have you kept going throughout this time?
I'd definitely say on a mental aspect, you have to be able to have people around you that's able to listen to you talk. I know for me, I have the guys, and I also have a different set of friends that, you know, we're able to talk about real life stuff. You know what I mean? We're able to express that, you know, as men, these are the things in which we're going for. And obviously now we're not able to go up and meet people or do things. Some mental aspects are dialed to 100. You know what I mean? And we need to be able to have an outlet and just to talk and to be available to other people that need that want to talk too. So I think for me, throughout the year, there was a period where it was slumped. Don't get me wrong, I won't lie to you though. This lockdown have been pretty good to me. Like,
Yeah.
in the sense that I don't necessarily like going out like that. You know what I mean? So to not have to go anywhere is pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, I do want to be on tour. I do want to be in a different country right now. I do want to, you know, make some money and things like that. You know what I mean? But I think ultimately, this was a time where I enjoyed, but I enjoyed it because I took a step back and I asked God some questions. Do you know what I mean? More so about me as a man, but more so about the people around me and how can I be a better Christian? How can I be more practical with this faith of mine? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think more importantly, when we're constantly on the go, when we're constantly doing things, we don't have the time or we don't think about these kind of questions. Do you know what I mean? So I think on a mental aspect, these are the kind of questions I was asking myself and asking those around me. And more importantly, I think what kept me going was the fact that there will come a time where we can restart and do this properly. And we obviously come, you know, September time, we were all talking again, you know, trying to sort out how this year is going to go. And we set our plan. We said we're going to execute. We build up as many songs. We start putting stuff out and, you know, just seeing everyone work at full gear and seeing how everything's come to fruition. It shows that when you plan, when you work towards something, your mental capacity, your mental health, it becomes or is put in a better place, should I say? And when yes, that's right. So I think for us, and I think for me, one of the main things was to start applying the things in which I'm learning, start applying the things in which we have to do instead of talking about it all the time. You know what I mean? And obviously this year has started off with a slight bang. You know what I mean? So I'm very grateful to God for it. I'm grateful for these guys who have been there and able to be an outlet for me when I'm to talk and vice versa. I'm very grateful to be able to be in here.
Thank you. What about any of the extroverts among you? Anyone that's kind of needed to be out? Like, I just need people. I just need vibe, energy.
Who's an extrovert? Is anyone really an extrovert? I don't think anybody.
They would say I'm the extrovert. That's what they would say.
Yeah. If we were to compare the five of us, Phil would be the extrovert. But I think everyone feeds off each other. I think everyone feeds off each other. Like everyone's got their own sense of humor and sense of energy that they bring to the group, which is very needed because sometimes life is dynamic, and sometimes you need someone who is an understanding ear, and you need someone to mock you out of your situation, which you'll get loads of on the group, mockeries, but you also get someone who can cheer you up as well, you know what I mean? Right. Like Phil was saying, because of the complications of the pandemic, we've had relatives, we've lost relatives, we've had relatives that fell ill as well, and so it was quite a challenging time for us, looking at it that way. We also thank God. Sorry for the noise in the background. This building, I'm around a building site, but there was opportunities for us to perfect our trade and be able to take time out from the hustle and bustle of touring and performances and stuff like that, and just be able to focus on our vocal selves again and vocal excellence and rehearsals and actually getting the next step of or the next volume of songs and the path that we wanted to go on. But coming back to your question, yeah, I think everyone feeds off of everyone. I think Phil's the clown. Joseph, you know, I don't know why. I thought Joseph was a serious character when I first met him.
I'm
But
very
Joseph
serious.
is funny. Nah. Like Joseph is funny.
Seriously
Funny. Roy is the quietest. Roy is
Really?
probably the
Roy's a
most
thinker,
introvert. Yeah,
Quite sweet boy.
Roy always comes
sit
out
there.
with profound statements and the really, really good
Yeah.
ideas.
But
Yeah.
he'll just
He's a
sit
quiet
there
sweet
and
boy. He's a
go
quiet
at
sweet
it.
boy.
He'll watch us go at it for
He's
20,
really
30
good
minutes at each other going, and he's just sat there watching, looking all cool and everything. And then when his time comes, he'll drop you a few gems like that. But yeah.
I plead the fifth.
It's too late for that.
Where do we put Jermaine? Where does Jermaine fall?
The angry rapper.
Ricky.
The diva.
Blimey, Ricky.
Jermaine's the diva.
Don't start.
Damn is the diva.
Proper
If anyone is the diva in the group, it's Jack.
Listen, Joseph and Roy are the king divas. They call me diva because
Drop me out, mate.
they call me diva
Drop me
because I was
out.
opinionated. You get me? But now I just say, you know, whatever consensus is. But now Joseph and Roy are the king divas. Trust me.
Jermaine is a natural talent. I think the one who he can come up with an idea off the cuff, and we can just run with it. That's Jermaine. Jermaine, I think his role is like he's a natural talent. He's got the
Songwriter extraordinaire.
Jermaine is very selfless as well, which that's one thing I've noticed about him. He's very easy. He'll give you a top. He'll give you some clothes. He'll come with.
Get the violins out,
Like,
guys.
nobody
Let's
else
get the
is giving
violins.
me like that. Here you go. Here's a top. No one else does that.
We love it.
I love you,
Love it.
Kojo.
Hey.
Oh,
I love the love. Question then to maybe Roy as a thinker. What do you reckon the industry is going to be like as a result of the pandemic? Like, I've never seen so many like mural style or like what's the word, collage style music videos, because everyone's remote. They can't be together and they have to like record separately, and just technology wise things have changed. What about for like the a cappella industry / the music industry that you guys are going back into when things open up a bit? How do you think it's going to have changed?
wow. It's a very expensive question. I mean, we've already seen how it's changed a lot with everything going online. But yeah, to be fair, this is a question I've also been thinking of myself. You know, I think we all have kind of thinking, what's the direction? I mean, I know for a fact we can't wait to get out there and be singing live. There's something about that live experience when you're singing to people, and you know, you can see people's reactions and how they enjoy what you're doing. And I think, yeah, we all miss that kind of social interaction part of, you know, live performances. But of course, with this whole pandemic thing, I mean, we're kind of hoping that by the end of the year, things would have eased off, and hopefully, you know, corona numbers would have gone down, and, you know, slowly but surely, you know, people can start going to concerts, you know, and that sort of thing. But I mean, in terms of where the music industry is going, I'm not sure. What I have seen as well, though, is that with the internet, you find a lot of music now with things like TikTok. You know, people are like, I mean, Jermaine can tell you all about TikTok with his wife. I don't know if you've seen a few of their clips.
But I mean,
yeah, proper. But I mean, you know, it seems as though like to really kind of get yourself out there now, you're kind of having to use, you know, platforms like Instagram Live and, you know, TikTok and do those little things. But yeah, I mean,
are you adapting?
We are. That's the thing. We are adapting. I mean, I remember when TikTok came out and everyone was just like, "What is TikTok? We're too old for it. We're too old for TikTok. TikTok's for the kids." But it's like, you know, you can see how, you know, even, you know, kind of the older generation as well, like, are adapting to the whole TikTok vibe and, you know, making those cool, fun videos. And it's a way of reaching out to people. So, you know, we are being resourceful, because again, that's what we're all about. We're trying to put our music out there. We're trying to, you know, put our talent out there, trying to put our message across there. And, you know, I guess that's the way things are going now. Everything's kind of very digital now. Who knows? Might be having digital concerts soon.
Yeah. Or it's like really small ones with people in masks. Like, you can't tell if you're doing it or not.
Yeah, literally.
Anyone else want to add in? JJ?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say,
Go on.
Go on, Joseph.
I was just going to say that I'm obviously like where I'm not sure what's going to happen with the music industry, because I think maybe we'll go back to doing live things, because nowadays the music industry relies so heavily on live music and people being in venues rather than, you know, CD sales or streams, because it doesn't make money. So people are going to want to be inside music, listening to music and concerts and gigs and stuff like that. And I think what's so good about for us with gigs, I think that's where people really kind of see who we are and get a feel for who we are as people, especially people in the industry. And I think that's where we've had, I guess, our biggest impact. I think we're all quite proud of is that how we're interacting with, you know, people in the industry and how they kind of see who we are, ask about who we are, and they can kind of, you know, I feel like a lot of people have actually, we've impacted a lot of people positively because of, you know, just being in people's spaces and people seeing how we are and knowing our background and the church we've come from. And know just from there, I think it's just that for us, it's really powerful just to be in this space with these people, you know?
Yeah, I think this lockdown stage has forced us to, because to be fair, we was quite rubbish on socials a while back, and this has forced us to go head first in the deep end where socials are concerned, and now we're just battering them out. But like, it is a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's a catch-22 really. But like, yeah, I think socials and everything being done virtually is the way to go.
Yeah,
And,
both, right? You can be good at both. JJ,
Yeah. No, yeah, I was going to say that. Well, adding on to Jermaine's statement that attention is currency now, and it's about how you grab people's attention, how you grab followers and listeners and stuff like that. That is what it seems to be riding with people, how you influence people to engage in your product, and so that is something that we were not used to by trade, you know, and I guess also by faith, you know, as Christians, we don't tend to brag. We tend to want to go through the humble and humility route. And so, like, you know, sometimes when you're like, oh, do I need to repost that? Do I need to really be in people's faces? Do I have to be on your timeline 24/7? How does that feel? You know what I mean? And you kind of have to get over yourself in a way and realize that this is what the market requires if you are to be successful, or if you're going to draw in people to engage and endorse your product or take part in your product. You need to have their attention, and you have to do certain things that are out of maybe the usual to be able to keep people engaged. Because as more content floods through our networks, our what's the word? Our attention and attention spans actually decreases as well. So that's why things like TikTok have now taken the forefront. It used to be, you know, Facebook, you could have like 20-minute lecture, and then now Instagram is like 1 minute, and then TikTok is like a few seconds, and Reels, you know, and stuff like that. And it's like that's what's selling now, and that's what's going. And it's how do you adapt to that industry? And as an a cappella singer, as a Christian, as a young Black man, and you know, there's so many factors that go with it, and you have to adapt.
But it's a product, right? I'll come to you, Jermaine. I'm going to say, like, but thinking about your kind of Christian, like the moral side and your humility, you're not pushing yourselves forward, like as individuals, like you're pushing Vadé, and Vadé is a product, and Vadé is a message, and Vadé is a vision and a mission, and it's something that you're putting forward in order to benefit people. So I guess you have to kind of take yourself out of it, I guess, in order to be successful in the consumerism, fast-paced, short attention span market. Is like we're plugging a message like constantly, like who we are and what we're about. So I hear that. I'll go to Jermaine and then Phil, and then to two more songs from you guys.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, even where witnessing and that's concerned, like the church have had to move in a different direction because of the situation, and that's definitely a good thing, because I think they were just being over traditional in the sense of like thinking giving out pamphlets was still going to work in this day and age, you get me? Whereas like now it has to be virtual, and they have to think of more ways to relate to the youth, you get me, in this day and age. So yeah, that's a good thing. It's almost like Christ has had to force the church's hand, you get me, because he's definitely coming soon, you get me.
Love that. Thank you, Phil.
No, literally, I was just going to jump on what JJ was saying about, you know, the Christian humility. You know what I mean? Especially us growing up in church, it's like we don't necessarily want to be able to be putting ourselves forward. But as you rightly put it, you know, it's a brand, it's a message, everything. It's not us that we're pushing, and more importantly, you must be bold, especially in this kind of industry. You have to be bold. Timidness, or no one's going to be feeling sorry for you when you're out there trying to put your music out. Yes, obviously be humble, but also be bold. There's a time for both. You know what I mean? And in this industry, you just have to be fierce and bold. You know what I mean? Obviously, but be bold in the Lord, of course. But you don't be timid. Timidness does not get you anywhere. If anything, you'll be left behind. You know what I mean? And so you really have to be bold with these kind of things. And this is something that we've had to adopt on a large scale, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, because the Bible even says be bold and courageous, in it.
That's right.
But in Christianity, it's like it's seen to not be reverent if you're kind of bold. It's down to interpretation as well, and you know.
And I guess, like we said, like the boldness is about the product and it's about the message, opposed to like, look at me, like how amazing my vocals are, look at my runs, look at my new outfit. Like, it's not about that.
We're gonna do it though. We're gonna do the runs. You know what I mean? So
we know you.
You're gonna do the runs.
We know that. Okay.
Yeah, Phil.
You guys.
We're gonna go to wonderful words and glad about it. We're gonna have introduced those. Joey, do you want to go?
So wonderful words and glad about it. Oh gosh. So wonderful words is another one of those it's an old one. That was arranged by James. What's his name again? James Rose. By James Rose. Yeah, back in. We had that.
Chelsea. Forgot his name already.
I knew it was a flower, but I couldn't remember which flower it was. But yeah, James Rose. And this was on our original EP back in the day. It was quite a while ago. We had 5 songs about Wonderful Words is on that EP. So yeah, it's a nostalgic one for us, and obviously it's a hymn that we love, and you know, holds a special place in our hearts. The second one, Glad About It, that was interesting. So Glad About It, that was arranged by Sam Robson again. And it was a collaboration between a couple of guys. So we had, is it Fiona and her sister, Fiona Donko and her sister was on it. And a few other musicians on it as well. Go on.
So basically, that wasn't actually meant to be a Vadé collaboration.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't meant to be a Vadé collaboration, but so it was meant to be me and Sam with the Donko sisters. But I said, because of how large the song is, it needs to be a collective of so many different people. You know what I mean? And obviously, Vadé, we're doing our thing. I was like, let's get the Mandem involved. Let's get James involved. Sam got James involved. So then we just made it like an ensemble. You know what I mean? So then I literally sent the parts to everyone. Everyone did their stuff. We went over to Sam's house and recorded it in his room with the whole lights. I think for us, at that stage, you were like, oh my gosh, the lights and stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was amazing. It was an amazing time. But yeah, we weren't actually meant to be in that one, but it makes sense for us all to be in it, and the blend was amazing. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay, we'll jump there and then we'll come back for final couple questions. All right. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Sing them over again to me, wonderful words of life. Let me more of their beauty see, wonderful words of life. Words of life and beauty. Teach me faith and beauty, beautiful words, wonderful. to all wonderful words of life. Jesus, our only Savior, sanctify us forever. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of
Your spirit moving in me. I feel your spirit moving in me. Help me say, I feel your spirit moving in me. I feel your spirit moving in me. Jesus living in me. And he soothes my doubts. Come on. Soothes my doubts. Whoa, yeah, whoa. Calms all my fears. Gives me what I need. Wipe away my tears. Wipes away all my tears. And he soothes my doubts. Soothes my doubts. Yeah, he calms my fears. Calms all my fears. Gives me what I need. I'm so overjoyed. Glad about it. I'm so glad about it. I'm glad, yeah. I'm so glad. Oh Lord, I'm so glad, yeah. Glad about it. See, I know about you. I'm glad about it. I'm so glad.
so glad, yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. I've never seen that video before. I don't know what it's been all my life, but yes.
I have to say, JJ is an absolute animal. Yeah. when it comes to this particular song, I missed this out when I was talking. JJ before this song had been doing covers with Sam and James. Unless I'm wrong, Jay. Unless I'm wrong, you gotta tell the story.
Right, you're right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm right. Yeah. So obviously, JJ is a non-starter when it comes to doing collaborations, all that kind of stuff. He's a non-starter. But when it came to doing this one, JJ absolutely destroyed this.
Man.
Like, and I remember Sam and James giving praise to JJ, like different kind of praise. Like JJ is probably one of the most called up basses when it comes to session music and stuff like that. JJ, would you like to talk about this?
Take it, yeah.
Go on.
He won a whole international award for his basing. So
Yeah.
I'm
He was
humbled.
put up on the award, yeah. Now JJ has done some incredible stuff, and just watching him in that video was just like, he's an absolute beast. He's an animal, and yeah, man, we need to shout you out, bro. Yeah.
What we need is more of this. So, I mean, I struggled. I did a little YouTube search, like, where's the gospel Christian music that I can play on NECyouth? And I was like, but there's nothing that's out recent. I've got little snippets, I've got little Instagram videos and stuff, but there's not a lot of video content out there at the moment. I know we're in lockdown, it's kind of a struggle. But what can we expect from you guys in the next year? How can the church family support you guys? How can NECyouth support? What do you need from us other than coins? Because, you know,
Jose. Jose.
Yeah, I think we're going to see more of the same, really. I think with Vadé, we are. I think we kind of see as we try and with our music, we like to take like very much a holistic approach. So we talk about obviously our faith, we talk about life as well, and the things that going on in our lives, whether it's struggles, whether it's to do with in a romantic sense. We sing about all these things as it's real, and we see examples like that in the Bible. So David, he spoke about his struggles, he spoke about his by him being depressed, he spoke about his relationship with God, and that's kind of what we want to kind of bring forward. That's what we kind of want to talk about as well. It's just about a holistic approach every part of our lives, and hopefully obviously that appeals to not only the people in the church but outside of the church as well. So there's kind of something for everybody in that. So I expect to see more of the same. So you're gonna see us doing like inspirational songs. You're gonna see gospel songs here and there. So yeah, it's just gonna be more of the same really, and hopefully that people understand that vision and that they continue to support us, continue to encourage us in what we're doing, and just keep as we keep moving forward. So
put us on the front of the messenger, so we know it's made.
That is the one desire.
Do you know what? One thing. Oh, go for it, Jay.
Just gonna quickly add on to Joseph that we do have a year planner. We're hoping to release some original music, authentic music, along with tributes and covers to the greatest artists of our time, present and not present. And we, like I said, our aim initially is to grab attention. And so even though it might be more of the same in terms of bringing out more content, it's going to be a lot different and a lot dynamic to try and get people involved. And so we're going to be releasing some videos in the near future, where we're going to get you as an audience to participate in terms of you singing. And so if you feel you are vocally able to sing with us and hold your own with us, you can do that. And it's just part of us trying to say that you can achieve vocal excellence anywhere you can, at home, even in this lockdown. You can still be a good musician, you can still better your craft, and you can still improve. So that's what Vadé is going to be dabbling with this coming year.
I wanted to ask, kind of like picking up a point, a little vibe I got from what Joey was saying, like, have you, in terms of the church family supporting you, like obviously we're here on the NECyouth platform, and all of you have been in some way connected with the NEC, so we love you as our own, no matter where you may be. I just wondered, have you had any kind of pushback in terms of people's perceptions of the group when you're not doing like strictly like, I don't know, hymn 100 and arranging it in a jazz style.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think
I think
whenever it's just go through, bro. I'll say.
You start, and then I'll go in.
So I think with us, or I can talk from my perspective. I'm used to this. You know what I mean? I'm used to this kind of church pushback. You know, unfortunately, we have a lot of traditional thinkers. You know what I mean? Who wouldn't necessarily be inclined to listen to this style of music, and obviously for the fact that we've gone secular. You know what I mean? Yes, we do sing gospel in our set, but we've also do sing secular, and you know you can't necessarily please everyone, and that's not necessarily what we're trying to do anyway. You know what I mean? But in the end of the day, we know where our faith is. Our faith hasn't wavered, and that's the beauty of being in this group. You know what I mean? Everyone encourages everyone. We all know where we are and where we stand. You know what I mean? And everyone's faith is different in different levels and stuff like that. So we're not necessarily looking at the church in a sense as, you know, the pushback. I think we're kind of used to that situation, and we're just like, you know what, it is what it is. And this is what happens when you do things that are different from the way of the thinking of different people. You know what I mean?
And it sounds
it's
like
okay.
the church isn't meant to be the primary consumers of your music as well. Like it sounds like you're meant to be taking it out, like Vadé, like you go, like you're meant to be leaving the walls and taking it out there. JJ.
Yeah. I first wanted to do a small shout out actually to the people who went before us in terms of coming out of the church and going into the secular world and producing music. First and foremost, Ken Burton. Without Ken, to be fair, I probably wouldn't even know what reading music would be like. He taught me a lot of who I am today as a musician, and he actually was responsible, or partly responsible, for our first TV debut when we sang with Gregory Porter, and he was playing keys. And so yeah, people like Ken Burton, people like Paul Lee, people like Black Voices, 3D and stuff like that. You know, 3D won the Mobile Awards, if you know. And so these people are people who were the pioneers and the people who inspired us to want to do things, not necessarily just in the constraints of being in church, you know, but actually going out there and like you're saying, developing the name of going together out there and spreading the message, not just through gospel music, but as characters and as people, and being the Bible to people that people have never seen, you know, and people never gone to appreciate and gotten to know. And so it is uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable for us at some points, because we would get certain agents, certain TV shows, certain newsos in the industry trying to get us to go a certain way, and we would be like, okay, now that is not something that we can agree with because of our moral standing, and certain ways where we were convicted enough to be able to do such things. And so it is a challenge, it is a struggle. At the same time, when you realize what your vision is and how you're able to approach just certain people through your music, I think it was Joseph who was talking about how we sang on Sky, I think it was Sky News, just before we were about to go for an interview, we sang "Change Is Gonna Come," and "Change Is Gonna Come" is a very secular song, but they felt the spirit of that song through us, and they were changed. You could see they could tell where we came from, our roots, and what we were about just from singing that song. You know what I mean? And that's what we're about. And I think that there needs to be more of that in the UK. And I think anyone who is SDA or Christian and feels they need to go out there, do not be shy. Do not hold back your talent and your ability because of that. You know, the world needs to hear you. The world needs to get to know you, and you shouldn't feel like you need to change yourself or be someone who you're not. Be yourself and be able to exert your talent out there and go with God, and God will always go with you.
Amen.
Yeah, can I just add to what JJ's saying quickly? So yeah, with that whole Sky, we went on Sky News and we sang "Change Is Gonna Come." We sang it. Did we sing it backstage with them as well, or I think we sang it backstage. And I just remember we were there, and obviously the countenance of those news reporters completely changed. And we were there for about maybe an hour just talking and being around them and just chatting, because I just wanted to talk to being around us, know what we're about, know what Vadé means to go together. Just wanted to know all of those things. And I think I think Katie said this, that one of the news reporters whispered to him, "You guys never change. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't sell out. Keep going with the way you're trying to do it." I think it works. And I think what's like we've been saying, our music isn't necessarily for church folk. It's for everybody, and there's a sense in which that if it's for everybody, we need to be able to speak in their language. In, I guess you could say as Jesus spoke in parables, we speak in the language of the people, seeing things like change that people recognize, and just kind of moving forward like that. Another thing that really kind of sticks out, so I'm going to name drop here. One thing that I don't know about the other guys, but I remember when we went to Jerry Halliwell's house, and basically what was happening is that we were doing, name dropping. Went to Jerry Halliwell's house, and before that, just background is that they wanted to sing a Christmas song, but I can't remember which one it was. I think it was "Rocking Around the Christmas Tree," and obviously, like being Adventist, and some have obviously stronger views on this than others, is that we're not going to sing about Christmas trees. You know what I mean? So we went to the producers and told them, we're not doing that. Can we sing something else? Obviously, more Christ-centered or whatever else. And I get the feeling that it put a few people's backs up. Because when we went to the house, and the first thing Jerry Halliwell said to us, "I like what you guys are doing, but you need to coat your message in chocolate." and need to be more like serpents, like so. And be a bit more. Bring a message. Yeah, exactly. You have to.
Yeah, that was an eye opener still.
Yeah, that was the first thing they said. "I love the message. I like what you guys are doing. Keep doing it." Do you know what I mean? So I think that's one thing that's really kind of stuck with me, is that we sometimes we have to be kind of wise in the way we speak and the language we speak to other people who aren't of the church, who don't necessarily understand what Adventism is and the jargon and the lingo that comes with that.
For sure.
So yeah,
he wants to have the final
that's an adjustment, huge adjustment, very uncomfortable, but yeah.
Thanks, Joseph. Final word on how we can support you guys.
Mr. JJ or Phil?
Joseph is the official plugger.
Okay, should I do it then? Yeah, cool. So I think the main thing is just support us, really. I think just keep sharing our stuff on social media. I think social media is king. If you guys obviously want to support us and what we're doing, just keep sharing our things, subscribe, just keep putting our things out there. We don't have anything like a Patreon or any kind of sort of GoFundMe or anything like that, but maybe that's something we should look into, just to kind of make sure that we fulfill our goals, because our goal is we want to be full-time musicians. Being a full-time musician in itself as a one person is hard. Trying to get 5 guys doing it as well is 5 times as hard, as you can understand. There aren't many groups out there because it just takes so long to get a group going, and that is just the bottom line. But we want to be full-time musicians, and we obviously want to rep our church, and just move forward together. So yeah, I'll say you can support us basically.
Okay.
At Vadé everywhere.
At Vadé, okay. Instagram.
Vadé, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
YouTube,
TikTok,
TikTok.
TikTok is Vadé.
Yeah.
Finally on TikTok.
Yeah, finally. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, guys. It's been a real pleasure, and I hope that I know that it's been difficult to catch up with you guys, just because I knew you were meant to be traveling last year and then not actually seeing you in person, and it's been hard to find what's happening. So it's great to get this update, and I'll be sure to be sharing on my socials. I hope everyone else's as well. Your personal profiles have _Vadé, right, for all of you?
Yeah.
Yes. Vadé is all. Yes, it should be. Yeah.
All the Vadé.
Yeah.
Okay.
So JJ _Vadé, for example, Phil _Vadé. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, we'll be looking out for your music and hope to see you back. I mean, I hope that lockdown ends soon and then we can just meet in real life. But if it doesn't, we'll see you for like season 3 of Sofa Songs.
Yeah, no, we're here. We're here for sure. Jermaine is going to be writing a new song, so check it out. Can't wait. He's written it. It's going to be coming out soon. So yeah.
Singer-songwriter. We love it.
All right. Yeah.
Thanks so much, guys. Have a great evening and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Take care.